Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Sunday, May 28th, 2023. I, of course, hope you're doing amazing, but we're going to begin and pull from the Tattoo Tarot deck for an overall energy and then continue with the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. But I do hope the lighting is sufficient, okay for you, but it's just quite early, and the other way of setting up the light was just not working for me. Anyways, so let's do some shuffling and see what we get. To begin for Sunday. Okay, coming out, the Four of Cups as well as the Page of Cups. I'm going to go with the Four of Cups. I do feel as if some of which there's a focus on a new career choice option for yourself. I do feel like there's a focus on acquiring, making more money, wanting to see things add up very productively for you. I do feel like as well there's a focus on growth and I want to say for some numbers going up in one if not multiple other ways. But I do feel like all the meanwhile you could be thinking more so about a new investment, say a car, a living situation, something of the sort. But I'm hearing managing your money better than you were in the past couple days, or rewinding further back for some. The Four of Cups talking about how it's a day where there's a highlight for whatever reason or multiple reasons in regards to what you are not meant to be wrapped up with. This could be a person, a place, a situation, otherwise. For some, it's an investment. I do feel like there's a reminder of why something had to come to an end. And that's obviously going to look different for everybody. I do feel like there's a push to remember a very emotional chapter of your life for just a period of time for you, however large or small that time period was for you individually, as I'm being drawn to the tears here. But I also feel like there's a focus on the weather, right? Some of which not being satisfied with the weather throughout this day, or at least not fully. And then there are others who are, okay? So that's gonna, again, vary from case to case. But let's move on to the second tarot deck. Fantasizing is what I'm getting. Fantasizing. It's gonna be different for you from beautiful soul to beautiful soul in regards to what you're fantasizing about. But the Seven of Swords, because I feel as well Spirit saying you're going to be pushed to recognize or remember why you've been feeling a bit secretive recently. Something you're looking to change, adjust, you're mulling over what you've been going through within, how you've been changing. Now, I do feel like, especially when it comes to the highlight of you changing as a soul in certain ways, that is coming off as evidence, say, through the gateway to your soul, your eyes, or, you know, your mannerisms, what you're choosing to wear, who and what you're choosing to associate yourself with and distance yourself from. You know, obviously it could be some or all of which, but I do feel as if for the most part there is a to yourself, I don't really feel like I should or have to be telling people, even those who I'm close to in my life, about what I'm going through. And I also feel like some of which are thinking about how somebody, if not multiple people in your life, would try to talk you out of something. And so therefore, I'm not going to voice what that is that I'm thinking about or planning for or moving towards or committing to moving forward. I also feel as if there could be a focus for some on one if not multiple people in your life currently and or from your past who, with the Seven of Swords taking a different meaning, very much so untrustworthy, right? Not your cup of tea, not your type of energy, somebody to steer clear of, basically. I'm hearing a sly fox, okay? One not to be associated with once again. What else do we have? I'm getting the Garden and the Gate from, what is it, the Wisdom deck, as I'm being drawn to the fence, the gate in the background of this card. And I do feel like there's just feeling like you're at times thinking about potentially learning more about researching or, you know, gaining clarity in one way, shape, or form about a gate to walk through moving forward. As I said that really weird, to live a different life or just to enhance your life, improve your life in one, if not multiple ways. I really do feel like this is a location, an opportunity, something of the sort. But the Ace of Wands, because I do feel as if you can't help but focus on a passionate, fresh start for you. This could be connected to a relationship, whether you've met this person yet or not. This could be a move of residence for some. It could be in regards to a new career choice. I do feel like either way, new levels of success lie ahead for you, and I do feel like that's tied into your passion. Yeah, you're being reminded that when you utilize your passion, when you actually within and outwardly feel passionate about what you are doing in this lifetime, regardless of how that looks for you and how that changes moving forward, you will succeed. All right. A very hands on kind of day. I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling very showy, just kind of, they're saying peacock like, expressive with your mannerisms, yeah, your hand motions, facial expressions, stuff like that. I do feel like there's a level of contentment that's also being focused upon, brought to the forefront of your awareness at least at one point throughout the day, because I feel like things could be 10 times worse. And we need to remember that. You need to remember this so that you can keep that gratitude alive and manifest even more of which potentially looking completely or partially different for you moving forward. All right. Yeah, look at that. The Magician at the bottom of the deck. As I just kind of lost my breath for a second, I feel like some of which will be reminded of certain levels of spiritual messing with, negative effects from energy from the past. I absolutely already can pinpoint how that's going to come through and pertain to my path. But again, that's going to look differently for everybody. And I feel like you're going to be, again, thinking about a situation, if not multiple for a select few, that came to an end. I also feel a bit of a depletion about your energy. I want to say for a lot by the end of the day. I mean, naturally, especially if you have a nice, productive, accomplishing kind of day. But the bonding between you and the spiritual realm is taking a highlight. Your connection to the universe just might as well. In spirit saying, why does this feel so powerful at certain points and then minuscule at others? Because you're meant to experience both. Okay. But I feel like there's a lot of communication from spirit throughout this day. I want to say social media posts, what you're pushed to watch. They're saying production wise, television shows, TV shows, movies, stuff like that. I'm hearing article. I feel like it could be coming through as well from one, if not multiple people in your life. I'm now hearing nosy. Okay. I feel like there are a lot of people throughout this day and surrounding it thinking about you. And it's interesting because I did see a post online randomly yesterday about how nobody's thinking about you, and that's one of the issues that people have in life. But anyways, I really feel like this specific day and surrounding it, people are thinking about you, and the majority of which is in a positive light. Positive affirmations is now what I'm getting. Sorry as this reading kind of bounces around, but I feel like that's the vibe of the day. And I do feel as if every moment of this specific Sunday is very, very purposeful, and you'll feel that within, I'm hearing your bones, within your heart, your soul, with your intuition as you shift on forward. And I feel like that was a message for you as talking about your life as a whole moving forward, not just throughout this Sunday, to feel things out, to trust your intuition wholeheartedly, and to recognize that you do, or remember, you do have the answers within. And if you don't feel you actually do, or you don't actually have certain puzzle pieces, answers, clarity at a certain point moving forward, they'll come to you when they're meant to, okay? And so that reminder will again come through with certain levels of clarity, again, communication from the spiritual realm. I feel like it's a very magical day, but I do feel like you're being prepared for certain negatives lying ahead, Not saying there isn't a ton of positives, success, all the good stuff, abundance for you on a multitude of levels. But there are certain negatives that I feel you have already been prepared for, may need a reminder of, or have been prepared for and will more so be prepared for throughout this day. Or it could just be the initiation of that preparation process. Anyways, but I feel like it's a day where through the magic of it all, through all the communication and the strength within you, through what you accomplish throughout this day, you're reminded, and you might even see one, if not multiple infinity symbols randomly. Is a day that reminds you that the possibilities are truly endless for you, and you shouldn't limit yourself, but you also should, and don't hold yourself back, but also continue with or initiate true levels of strategy to make sure that something goes in your favor, however that looks for you, right? To not just kind of, I want to say, go with the flow to an extent, but don't wing it, right? To be, again, strategic and realistic, okay? Yeah, again, they're highlighting the heaviness on your plate potentially now in certain ways or in one specific way, but I feel like really highlighting this from the past, some of which might have a dream about your past and how that connects to your future. I've been getting these random visions, and they're all very similar. When I close my eyes, you might have the same kind of thing occur for you at certain points throughout the day or one particular point. But I also feel like you're thinking about all that you still have to get done, work-wise, saving-wise, but changes on the mind, okay? Tradition is coming to mind, your routine's taking a highlight. It's a day where you're being pushed to recognize that in a lot of ways, again, being a very magical day, the wheel is turning in your favor. There's justice to be acknowledged and acquired more so moving forward. And they're saying change is a must within you, again, outside of you as far as your external reality. And Spirit says the bravery that you are going to be digging for moving forward to initiate one, if not multiple important changes for you, and to hope for, expect the best, and manifest that all the meanwhile. That's powerful, all right? It's a day where, again, you're manifesting a ton in your connection to spirit, to the universe. That is super powerful throughout this day and will be put to use and feel very, very productive. Will leave the day in of itself feeling very productive and purposeful all the meanwhile, all right? So if this was really helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Sunday, and I'll definitely see you next time.